Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to enter two variables, uh, draw a scatter plot, and then also draw a residual plot. So the first thing we're going to do is enter our two lists. We have in this case X and Y. The X represents call to shock time in minutes, and the Y represents, in this case, the survival rate. So I'm going to go ahead to my nspire calculator. So the first thing we want to do is I'm going to clear my list, so I don't want to save my document. The first thing I want to do is add lists and spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and name my first variable X. My second list, I'm going to name Y. I mean, right now we're not looking in context. You should always look in context. I'm just going to go ahead and enter my list for X, which in this case represents call to shock time in minutes for a cardiac rehabilitation center, and Y represents the survival rate. So I'm going to enter X as the following: 235. Then I'm going to enter my Y. My Y is 90, 70, 55. So 90, 70. Make sure you align your X and Y together. 55, 45, 5, 4, 2. Once I've entered my two lists, I'm going to go ahead and add a page. And I'm going to add the data and statistics. You could see the data you've entered scattered all around what I entered. I'm going to go ahead and click on the X-axis. I named it X, so for now all my X values will line up. And then I'm going to go to the Y-axis and click the Y variable, and I will have the points lining up there as well. So here is our scatter plot. Now to draw the best fit line, what I want to do is go to Menu, go to Analyze, and then go to Regression. Once you're in Regression, you want to go ahead and click on number 2, which is A plus BX. You do not want to click on number 1. And when you click on that, you also get your regression line, which is your predicted line, which is also the best fit line, which is in this case y equals to 99.0083 minus 8.92847 times x. Now we can see our slope is negative, and we can also see that the graph is going in the negative direction. Now, to create a residual plot, what you will do is you will click on your y-axis, and you're going to go ahead and click on Stat Residual. Once I click on Stat Residual, I get a line at 0, and then I get my residuals scattered all around. Now, we will learn how to interpret a residual plot. Now, how do we interpret a residual plot? Basically, we use the residual plot to tell if our linear model is indeed a good fit model. In other words, if our model is indeed linear. If our model is linear, then what we will obtain is a random scatter. So if you look at the residual plot, this looks like it's a random scatter. It doesn't look like there is any pattern. Now you can go back and click back to Y to get to your scatter plot. So again, here's our scatter plot. We can see our best fit line. We have the equation of the best fit line. If we want a residual plot, you just go to the y-axis and you click Stat Residual, and we have our line at 0 and the residuals. If I click on each point, I could see the point where the residual is. So this represents the point 2, comma. In other words, when x is 2, y is 8.8. 4869, and so on. So we would say that this is a positive residual here since it is above the line y equals 0. And then on the bottom here, we have another point. This would be considered a negative residual. So any points above the line are positive residuals. Any points below the line are negative residuals. And that is pretty much it.